Hello, 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 my angels, my loves. How are you this afternoon? I know I did a message out there earlier today. It was a little heavy in the energy. Unfortunately, I have to report on what comes out. Not my choice, okay? Just feeling the energy. But I hope everyone is doing well. I hope that it resonates with who it needed to resonate with. And so we're going to do this afternoon's reading, and we're going to work with some makeshift cards, okay? Uh, Things that, came to mind when I was writing them out. A little bit about what's going on with that person on your mind. We'll also get a little bit of what's going on in the background and we'll see what comes out, and depending upon the energy that presents itself, we'll do a loving message from them. If the energy is loving this afternoon, hopefully the energy has shifted for today. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on right now. Um, Father God, I call on you today that anyone who needs to hear this message is guided to my channel. Anyone who's looking for healing, that's on their healing journey. I do ask that you direct them to me. I ask that you use my body as a tool to get the messages out there to those who need to hear it. My spirit guides, my ancestors that have moved on and watch over me, Michael the Archangel, Michael the Archangel, pardon me. Protect me as I do this reading. Protect me from any negative energy, any negative insights, any negative thoughts that might be coming my way. Okay, so let's see. What we have. You know what? Let me just do like an energy pull. I will, before I get into that, I feel like I want to just do like one energy pull. Okay, so let's just get the idea of the energy. Alright. What is our energy going to be on? I know we're going to talk about the person on the collective's mind, but what is the energy for this afternoon we need to hit on? Hopefully just one. Something tried to come out but did not. Oh, okay, well, so much for one. The thinking man, someone's thinking about you, thinking about decisions they made. Somebody's in their anxiety. Somebody realizes it's the end of an era, a cycle for them. They might be repeating patterns. They know that they won't be able to move forward with you. They're upset about it. They're not sleeping. They're having headaches. They're worried about it, and they're trying to come up with a strategic way to get back in your energy. Okay? So they might be journaling. They might send you a message on your social media, email, text message, letter, card. They might send a message through somebody. They're trying to come up with a way. They may be praying, journaling, talking to someone, talking to a therapist, a spiritual guide, a pastor, a trusted, wise friend. They're really worried and concerned, and this is something that they're dealing with now, and their emotions about this now, because that's an 18. 18 talks about illusion. So somebody didn't see you for who you were in their life. You know, they went towards other things. They were deceived by something else. They listened to, they could have been in their thoughts about something, overthought something. They had negative patterns. They didn't listen to their intuition. They might be seeing you in their dreams, dreaming about you moving on, dreaming about you with another. They might be actually replaying thoughts of you in their mind. They could be going through past messages, past text messages that you sent them, past photos. They're definitely receiving clarity about you and who you are. They feel bad about the way they treated you. They know that you didn't deserve it. They have some guilt about it. They wish they would have used their wisdom. They're trying to go into their higher self. They're trying to seek wise counsel. They're praying. They're meditating. Yeah. Just someone who made the wrong choice. Let's see if I can get some physical features on that person who's thinking about you now. You're definitely in their thoughts now. Okay, for sure. Alright, this is pretty thick, guys. So, let's see. Bear with me. But these are intuitive hits that I had. So what can we see? What do we know? Geared towards the collective. Yeah, someone's really worried. Someone's not sleeping at night. You might see like somebody's constantly finding themselves daydreaming, lost in thought. TV's on, they're not watching it. They're dazing, they're gazing. They might be staying high. Smoking, drinking, using addictions to deal with their decisions. I'm broke. Pretending that I have it all. This is somebody that didn't feel like they were on your financial level. They felt like you had a little bit more to offer than what they did. Sure, they had a little bit to themselves, but they just don't feel like they were on your level. They felt like you're a little bit out of league, like you had more to offer. You were more independent for their liking. They could have been somebody that was codependent, or man or a woman that has to feel needed. Like they feel like their value comes from being able to provide for you or have more than you, like you be codependent on them, because maybe they had a codependency and maybe they felt like if they didn't have anything to offer you, or if you deserve more, or they weren't on your level, like you would leave, you would hurt them, and there's their protective way. Family property. Someone could be staying on family property. Someone could be in business with someone, with their family. They could work for their family, work with their family. They could be in a long-term relationship or a marriage and they have property together. Someone could be commingling money and relying on or depending on their family in order to make sure that they meet their needs. Someone could, because it says I'm broke and pretend to have it all, someone might not have credit to get things in their name, and they're using other people's name to be able to survive, to have the things that they need. They might have to rely on another person and feel like they couldn't provide for you. They see you doing it, and you just make them not feel like they were enough. Not because of something that you said or did, just because of their own insecurities. Okay? Someone could drive a forklift. Someone could like to shoot pool, go to the pool room, hang out with the fellas, hang out with the girls. They just good, just like to get out. Someone could like music. A musician plays their instrument, likes to listen to music, download, send, save, create playlists, sing. Could be in a choir, could be in a group. Someone could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone feels guilty, exhausted, fear and gloom. They feel guilty. That goes right along with the anxiety card. Okay, that came in. Someone like basketball, whether they play basketball, watch basketball, bet on basketball. Someone likes to carry a pocket knife with them on their keychain, in their pocket. Their parents, female in a wallet, pocketbook. Someone who likes football. They either watch it, play it, athletic. Someone could live near a football field. Someone could feel like they need to be in control of the ball. We have basketball and football. This is somebody who wants to control the ball, control the shots, call the shots. Somebody wants to be a shot caller. Okay? And maybe they feel exhausted and they have anxiety because they don't feel in control of the situation anymore. Maybe they feel like they lost control of the situation. The ball is no longer in their court. The ball is in your court. They feel like football, they feel like they could be in defense mode, or they feel like you're in defensive mode right now. They feel like they are. Okay. Someone could have a sweet tooth. They have a cavity, could be diabetics, need to stay away from sweet. Someone could think that you're sweet. I just had a thought, like someone, you could have been real sweet, caring, and nurturing, and they have an addiction to you. Baked goods. Someone could like to bake, someone could like baked goods. Someone could have addiction to somebody who likes to bake. Someone who make treats for them. You are a treat for them. What else? Someone could live in the city. Someone could be a street pharmacist. You know what it is. No need to explain. Someone could be separated. For sure, they're separated from you. Okay, but they could be going through a separation from someone else. And that is, I shouldn't say for sure, but for majority of you, they're separated from you. You guys are in no communication, you're in separation. Otherwise, they wouldn't be exhausted, they wouldn't be gloom. They wouldn't have all this anxiety, okay? Someone could live on the beaches, by the beaches, goes to the beaches, likes the beaches, like the waves, like the water is calming. Or someone can be in their emotions. Like the beaches with waves, they can have ups and downs. Someone could be an atheist, could have been in cult, black magic, don't believe in the higher good, living in their south node, don't believe in the divine, didn't follow their divine intuition, their divine spirit didn't. Someone could be aggressive and mean. Someone had a mistress, treated you like the mistress, treated you like you weren't a priority. You didn't deserve a seat at their table. And that's because they could have been married. Or getting married, thought about marrying you. You could have been married. You could be going through a divorce right now. Someone could be in New Hampshire. Someone feels withdrawn and exhausted. Okay. I mean resentful. Sorry about that. Someone could be in Alabama. Someone could be from Alabama. Oh my gosh. Moon is out here. So moon represents the emotional self, your inner life and your feelings. So, you know, definitely somebody's in their feelings right now. Someone could actually do stuff on the full moon or moon cycles. What else? The moon also talks about illusions, dreams, and you know, so someone could be trying to visit you in your dream state. They wish they would have listened to their intuition. They might be trying to follow their intuition now. Their intuition is telling them who you are. They're getting clarity as to who you are. Someone's coming across like Aladdin, the Disney character Aladdin. Somebody who's poor, lovable, young, adult, looking for new love. So this was somebody, you know, which falls in line with I'm broke, but I pretend to have it all. Somebody that wanted to like they had their life together, but they did not. Financially, they weren't doing well. They were poor in thought, poor in spirit, but they're lovable. This was a very caring, came across as a lovable, funny, nice to be around type of person. You know, a young adult looking in spirit. So they could have been childish, have some immature ways about now, but they're looking for love. They're looking for love, but they don't know how to give love or really allow love to come in. Third party affairs. Somebody's definitely messing around with third party. It could be female, male, business, career, habits, addictions. Third parties doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but anything that they let come before you, anything they put before, following their intuition and guiding them towards you. Somebody's a life path one, you, them, or the third party. It's usually a person who likes to be a leader, that feels like they're intuitive, usually visionaries that think that they like to see or want to see the future ahead of them, but they're often self-focused, ambitious, and driven. So they're driven to go after what they want, you know, at the expense of other people, but they often focus on themselves, okay? Somebody's still sleeping with their ex, and someone could be bisexual, and somebody could be hooking up or have a lot of friend with benefits situations. Now they're in their first house, meaning that that's their self-identity, you know, personality, their physical appearance, you know, how they express themselves. So they care a lot about their physical appearance, how they come across to others, what they identify as. Maybe somebody thought that you didn't fit the look that they wanted. Maybe they were a people pleaser, and maybe that'll come out. Something about the color yellow. Yellow does talk about the solar plexus, which talks about your self-esteem, transformation, um, which goes along with your self-identity. And it also talks about like who you associate with, like taking your strength back. Somebody could be in their 40s, feeling real bored and unfulfilled right now, especially emotionally. Somebody's gonna come across and say that they've changed. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I doubt it, because like they're still going through some things right here. I let my friends control me, my friends and family. Again, self-identity out here. Friends with benefits and their life path one. This is somebody that, again, cares about their image, how they appear to others, how they come across. Okay. Let's see. Something about fireworks. I don't know if something's going to happen around 4th of July. Someone's starting to see things clear now. Some type of explosion could be around now. Someone could be getting the light. Intuition hits. Intuitive hits. Someone could sell fireworks. Something could be about to pop off. Things are about to explode in this person's life. Somebody could be going to a wedding, getting married, asking you to a wedding, ask you to marry them. Something about Louisiana. Someone could be from Louisiana. Someone could know someone named Louis. Someone could know someone named Louise. Someone could know someone named Anna. Go by the name of Lou. Someone had a type B personality. They came across relaxed and flexible, but ambitious. Someone has a Tesla. Let's see, what else? Someone could have a DUI. This is the green, so someone's in their heart chakra. They're in their emotions. They don't have balance in their relationships. He or she hasn't changed. So this could be to you, your intuition, letting you know that this person has not changed. They're still doing these things that they did that caused you on separation. Or they could have gone back to a third party or dealing with a friend with benefits that has not changed. Someone can be in a same-sex relationship. We didn't have bisexual out here earlier. Someone feels alone. They feel lost without you. Someone's shopping for a car. Could have a yellow car. Could have a yellow Tesla car. Somebody could be born in the 70s. Something about 7. 7 speaks about your determination, overcoming obstacles. It's a chariot, so somebody could be trying to hedge your way, come towards you to tell you that they change, that they feel lost without you. This could be someone that you had a child from. Someone could have gone back to a child parent. Someone could just be looking to purchase a house, move out of a house. They're sharing a house with their child's father or child's parent, or with their they're codependent on a child's parent in some type of way. Male, female, put it where it belongs. She knows about you. Somebody who knew about you. Somebody knew that this person had feelings for you. Somebody knew that this person desired you. Maybe that you were the person that was the mistress. Maybe you were the one that was a friend with benefit. Maybe you are the bisexual one. Maybe you're the one that's separated from. White. Something's white out here. Car, Tesla, truck, put it where it goes. That's my last name. Could be white. Somebody could be white, wearing white. Somebody could be a plumber. Okay. 3 little bears. If you know the story, the book, they huff, they puff, they blow hot air, blow the house down. So, someone's been, I feel like with 3 little bears, like somebody's been holding threats, saying that they're going to do something, like emotional manipulation is what comes to mind. Like the wolf comes around, someone's been afraid of someone's leaving, someone's been afraid of messing up their stability, their house, but they're finally going to call someone's bluff. Okay, and this could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Someone could do hair, go to a hairdresser, met at a hairdresser. Someone could be getting their hair done at this moment. Someone's putting on a show. Someone could be an actor or an actress. Somebody could have a deceased father. Okay. These are starting to be a lot out here. I'm running down around. Someone definitely was a cheater, especially with bisexual, friends with benefits. He or she hasn't changed. Mistress out here. Somebody definitely was cheating. Someone could have been doing online dating. And it's saying say no to your past. Someone could have been seeing somebody that was biracial in Tennessee. Someone could like to cook. Someone's been hiding their sexuality. Okay, so let's just go back to this. Now we have same-sex relationship, we have bisexual, and we have hiding my sexuality. Someone has something that they definitely want to keep hidden, that they don't want to come out. And with this huff and puff, you know, like someone could be threatened to expose them, and the truth is going to come out, and somebody's been living in fear that they might be exposed by this, you know, three little bears, and they don't want their secrets to come out. And someone could actually have an STD that could come out as well. Let's see what else. Someone's homeless or about to be homeless. We know we did have house out here. Somebody has been concerned about their stability. Somebody could worry about, you know, leaving a situation and not having anywhere to stay because, again, they could have family property, shared resources that might get divided upon if they get separated from the person that's, you know, threatening them or holding something over their head. Someone could drive a Ford car, truck, put it where it belongs. Someone could be a twin, have twins, carrying twins, pregnant one twins, or it could be a Gemini, the sign of the twin. Someone could be living out both, you know, going in and out of personalities. Someone could have a deceased mother. We have deceased mother and deceased father out here. Somebody could have lost both their parents. My condolences. Whatever's happening, or definitely Jupiter out here is about to be expanded. It's going to grow the situation. If it's a bad situation, it's going to just get worse. And like karma, this person going to deal with. And if it's a good situation, it's about to blow up for you. You're about to get your blessings. You're about to be abundant. Jupiter is expansion. And with Venus being out here, yeah, there's a lot of love and attraction between the person, your mind, and yourself. But the thing about it is, they have multiple attractions out here to different things. They like beauty. Someone could be represented by the Venus sign. Usually those are your Taurus. Taurus is represented by Venus. Okay, they like relationships. They have many relationships. And they do like their stability. So if you're dealing with the Taurus, that's very possible that they could have an STD. They could drive a Ford. Could be white. Could be married. Could be have family property, and could be homeless. They're a cheater, online dating. Have an STD. Could be outspoken. Could live on the west side. Could be black. We have Mercedes out here. This could have been a beauty and a beast relationship where opposites attract. Okay, they felt like you were the attractive one, they were not the handsome one, or vice versa. They were the attractive one and you were the not so attractive one, like the one that came across that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like they have enough. Okay, someone who is in their Pinocchio stage. They told a lot of lies, manipulated. They have a bunch of little puppets hanging around them doing what they say do, like a bunch of little minions. And they're just mischievous and aloof to what's really going on, and realize that they're being a puppet for somebody else. Okay, somebody that was in their 10th house that's worried about their career and their public image. Okay, and how they achieve their goals. Someone could have been using black magic or witchcraft, putting thoughts, sex magic, just putting thoughts out there to try to get what they want. Always working on a project but completes nothing. There's always starting a bunch of little things but never see it through. Somebody who likes to sit on their porch or their patio and just people watch, smoke, hang out, watch the neighborhood. Somebody that often goes to the corner store, met you at a corner store, is always at a corner store, live near the corner store, hang out at a corner store. Watches people at the corner store. Someone who can have a dodge. Someone who could be grumpy. Okay, always miserable, always looking for the negative, always pointing the negative out on situations. Somebody who could possibly have a suspended driver's license, who does weekly work, weekly pay, and always surrounded with drama. Somebody who lives near a wooded area, and something about Massachusetts, whether it's the place Massachusetts, whether they hang out in Mass all the time. Uh, let's see. Sonny is with a Donald Duck personality, impatient, angry, short-tempered. Something about a dancer. They were involved. They like to dance. Whether type of dance. They know somebody who danced, got involved with the dancer. They like to wear hats, scarves, or baseball caps. Always wearing white socks and work boots, or something about work boots. Maybe they do a type of job, construction, labor, lumber, whatever that requires them to wear work boots a lot, but loves wearing white socks all the time. And something about white socks, work boots. Somebody who likes to play dominoes. Somebody who has bad credit. Mississippi's out here, so I don't know. Maybe somebody's from Mississippi, moved to Mississippi, or knows somebody in Mississippi, or possibly Oregon. Somebody who's a homebody. I'm a bully on the outside, but crying for help. Somebody who comes across, as being a big bully, but really they're sensitive in the inside. Kind of like a Shrek or over type of personality. They're really going through a lot, but they're trying to hide behind the mask and let you know they got it together. But you can see that they're dazing off in thoughts. You can see that they're smoking more, drinking more, staying to themselves more, they're a little bit more quiet and reserved than they usually are. Somebody who likes to disappear at night. Maybe they disappear at night because they're in a wooded area somewhere. Maybe they disappear because they're surrounded by drama. Maybe they say they're going to the corner store. Maybe they're sitting in, on the porch or in the patio, or just sitting somewhere smoking, drinking, listening to music. We do have music out there. Have somebody smoking hookah, cigars, vape, weed pens. Somebody who could have been a welder or worked with sheetrock. Somebody who's going to the laundromat, say they're going to the laundromat, hanging out at the laundromat, sitting in the parking lot of the laundromat. Someone who could have had or has a bad tooth, cracked tooth, or a gap in their tooth. Someone who might possibly need surgery. Could be surgery to fix a tooth. Somebody who stays near a railroad crossing. Okay, or something about a railroad crossing. Maybe they're stuck at a railroad crossing. Maybe the railroad is telling them don't go that direction, no crossing. Something about a brace. We did have bad tooth. Maybe somebody needs braces, needs surgery to get braces. Maybe someone has a brace in their arm, leg, back, walk with a crutch, walk with the walker. Maybe they have a pinched nerve in their head, back, arm, leg, neck. Maybe they have tingling sensations, headaches, something going on there. Something about a Nissan. Someone has a Nissan car, truck. Someone could be self-employed. Could be self-employed at a laundromat. I don't know. Something about green. Green talks about the heart chakra. So somebody who does not have balance in their relationship at this time. They feel annoyed, angry, and appalled because they're out here pimping the hoes, being a player, hooking up with snakes in the grass, and aren't loyal, and that bitch wasn't loyal either. Okay, someone who could have stayed near school, met somebody out of school, visits a school, works out of school, lives near a church, visit someone at church, getting therapy from at church. Could be AA, or could be preaching, going to church, whatever. Someone who could have a facial mole or beauty mark or something on their face, who snores. And somebody who's in rehab, physical therapy, occupational therapy, drug therapy, rehab for that. Could be going to the church, receiving therapy through the church. Okay, someone who could possibly be being sued or about to be sued by someone. Okay, could be someone Caucasian. Could be involved with someone Caucasian. They could be Caucasian. You could be Caucasian. Someone could like to play the game chess. Someone could have these initials: M, P, R, S, or T. They could mean something to you. Hmm. Someone could be in New York, from New York, going to New York, thinking about taking a trip to New York. Someone's dealing with some karma for how they treated you. Someone could tow cars. They could disappear in that because they are towing trucks. They're towing cars. They could be a truck driver. They could have, well, we have a Nissan, we have a Ford, we have a Dodge out here, we have white, we have yellow. Someone can use this truck to tow cars. Someone can have these initials: B, W, X, F, and B. Again, somebody never finishes projects. We had out here somebody's always working on a project or starting a project. See, this person never finishes a project. I told you I felt that earlier. Somebody always have these bright ideas. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and they start something, start working towards something. It never manifests, never comes to fruition, or if it does, it falls apart within the first 90 days. And they start something else. Someone could work in the healthcare, going to see a doctor, need surgery, have something going on with the health, getting bad news regarding their health, need healthcare insurance, relying on somebody for healthcare insurance because they have an STD. Someone could have been a part inmate, done jail time, probation time, dating somebody who was an inmate, somebody who likes to drink beer and burn incense all the time. Someone who could live in a wood house. Okay. Let's see what else. I own nothing. Again, it already came out here. Somebody's abusive or in an abusive relationship, and so get out. Someone, it could be a teacher, seeing a spiritual teacher. We did have church out here. We did have school out there. Lives near school, lives near church. Someone with healthcare out here could be a nurse or a CNA. Okay. So one more on a descriptive, and then let's get about what's going on in their environment, as if this really wasn't enough. Honda. Someone has a Honda car or truck out here. Okay, so that's what we have on descriptions. So hopefully something out there will tell you about, give a little bit of description about the person that was on your mind. Okay, so let's see about what's going on in their environment right now. What they have other than the descriptions that we have available. All right, it's a lot out here. I'm a cheese. Okay, let's see what is going on with the person on the collective mind. What is going on? See if something comes out. Not much want to come out. Anger management. Yeah, we did have abuse, or someone is angry. We did have that they, were upset. We did have upset out here. Somebody's outspoken. They need anger management. They could be going to this church or this school. They could be talking to, a spiritual teacher or someone about their anger because of decisions they made, because we did have karma going on here. Someone who feels betrayed. They feel betrayed. They know they backstabbed you. They were a traitor. They know you don't trust them anymore. They feel deceived by their family, their friends, or whoever they were hanging around with. Alright. Someone did feel like you checked the boxes for them, but now they realize you do. Now that they're going back and looking at things clear, now that they have clarity as who you are, they're realizing that you did check the boxes for them. They made the wrong decision. They didn't think inside the box. They thought outside of the box, and they didn't think that you fit in. You belong with them. Now they see things differently, and they realize that they need to check themselves, check their attitude. Look within. They need to go within. What else? Oh, I thought something had turned over. Yeah. Fake apology. Remember I said somebody might come your way, but they haven't changed? Because it said we have to do. Didn't we have a card right here that says don't go back to the past or something like that? I said something. Oh geez, I have too many out here, but I think I had something like don't go back to the past or something. So like if this person comes towards you, saying that they've changed, and we did have I've changed on here. I'm not told you somebody didn't change, they're still in their same old ways. Okay, yeah, just somebody's depressed. They're in their feelings right now. You can't that much sense. So, and they just want to get out of that feeling of pity, anger. They just want to ease their conscience. They haven't really changed. They still need to work on themselves. They're still hanging out with fake friends. They're realizing they have fake friends around them. That comes out the betrayal. So some of their friends may have deceived them. They're realizing they can't trust them. Somebody, backstabbed them, led them down the wrong path. Yeah, they're feeling kicked to the curb. They feel kicked to the curb by you. They know they messed up. Okay, they might be kicking a third party to the curb, or a third party might be kicking them out the curb. But it looks like a man is leading a woman out the door. So someone could be exiting a relationship that they actually, and you see like the bed there. So this is somebody that they were just doing hookups with, something that was meant to just be a friends with benefit situation that lingered on longer than it was supposed to. Okay, and it destroyed the relationship between you guys. They feel shattered, and they feel broken. They feel like they really effed up with you by going into this intimacy, hanging with fake friends, and now they're just depressed about the whole damn thing. Okay, yeah. See, they were in their intimacy with sex shops, and it could have been going to. We did have online dating out here, so it could have just been hooking out with friends with benefits, just doing sex, smoking. I mean, there's other things going on in sex shops. They're just feeding their addictions, and they're angry about decisions that they made. They just really feel guilty. Now they want to come and claim what they think is theirs, which is you. They want to fight for what they love. They feel like they let you get away. They actually didn't think you were going to go anywhere, but you did. And that's because you were so quiet for so long. Yeah. See, once upon a time, it says like check yourself, kick to the curb, love story. They feel like you were the one that they belonged with. You were their beauty. You were the love that they were after all along. But they just couldn't get out of their negative ways. They just couldn't kick their habits. And somebody's trying to burn the evidence. Like with this fake apology, like they know you're onto them. They know that you know what's going on. I'm reading it two ways. Like they really don't know what all you know. So they want to try to erase the past, burn the evidence, make excuses for what they had, cover up the relationships that they had behind your back, to come and fight for you, these sex addictions that they had. They want to burn evidence about their negative ways. And also, the third party could be finding out about you. They could be finding something about a third party, because we did have she knows about you, could know something about you, and they're trying to cover their tracks with that. They could be trying to burn evidence. We did have out here a firecracker earlier. So like I said, shit about to explode within this person. Some secrets are about to get exposed, and they're trying to cover something up, about bad choices that they made. We had huff and puff out here earlier, remember? Like somebody's threatening to expose something about them. And they could be trying to burn evidence because they don't want to get caught. They feel like they've been manipulative. They felt like they're getting played. They tried to control you. They told a lot of lies. They realized that while they were trying to treat you like a puppet on the string, they realized that they were the puppet on somebody else's string. But meanwhile, you're just watching it all go down, running away from the BS because you have nothing to do with it. Okay? And let's see if we can get a loving message from them to you, because we do know that they miss you. We do know that they realize they messed up. They want to come give you a fake apology, so that means that they want to come out of no contact with you in some way, fashion, or form. Things are getting exposed. They're getting exposed. Things coming to light that they've been trying to hide. And that could be what they're depressed about. They're depressed because things are coming to light. They had so many minions and puppets around there believing their manipulation, their lies. They don't have control. They can't control the narrative of the story anymore. They can't continue to lie on you. They can't keep running from the drama and hiding, throwing the rock and hiding their hand. Okay, their bad choices are coming to light. You're exposing them. You're not silent, or you're not. Truth is being shown about them. What would they like to say to you? They could talk to you. And they're just depressed about the whole thing because their mask is coming off. Okay? And that's what they're angry about. They're angry because they can't spin the story. Okay, we went one round. I'll go one more round. Maybe they don't have anything loving to say to you right now. What would they like to say to you because they're so angry? What would they like to say to you? Yeah, this came in reverse. I don't like reading these in reverse, but it's abundance that came into reverse, positive mindset. So maybe this person does decide, I will take it in reverse. Maybe they have a negative mindset. Maybe they're going through karma. They don't have anything. They're losing their home, losing their relationship. They don't feel abundant in life. They just feeling, they don't have no gratitude. They don't feel like they have any blessings. They don't feel like they have anything to be grateful for. And maybe this somehow, yeah, see, nothing else coming out and just that in reverse. And somehow they blame you. They want to point the finger on you. This person wants to be a victim in a situation that they're not a victim to, okay? You gave this person collective a seat at your table. You sat down when they didn't need to be fed, when they deserved a seat at the table. They came, they didn't use manners, they showed their ass, so you excuse them from the table. So now this person wants to somehow be the victim. Okay, they want to be a victim in the story that they're trying to narrate it, that they tried to spin, that they tried to manipulate, and you didn't volunteer, you didn't allow, you didn't sign up, and you're just not willing to be a victim. So let them be a victim for themselves. Let their sit back, enjoy your popcorn, let them be exposed, let their karma do its job. 4101 when I say that. If this resonates with you, tune in to the channel. Thank you for letting me be part of your healing journey, and have a good day.